Hey guys, today I'd like to show you around one of my favorite games, Lorwolf. It's a browser-based virtual pet game, and I'm going to be giving you guys a little look at it in kind of a Let's Play style. So first, before we do anything else, I have to show you guys my wolves, obviously. First and foremost, we have Miss Pekin, the leader of our pack, and she's looking very fancy. Next we have Mr. Pecan, who is Miss Pekin's husband, and be very careful how you pronounce the names. It's very important to them that you pronounce them correctly. So, anyway, that's just kind of my intro of my two fanciest pack leader wolves. Although I say fancy, but Mr. Pecan isn't actually wearing any apparel, because this is a game where you can dress up your wolves. You can also use them for various in-game tasks. Um, and yeah, the game has a big emphasis on like customization. So, like I said, you can play dress up with your wolves using in-game items. But you can also breed your wolves to pass down genetics. Like for example, Mace is one of my wolves who has blue stripes, and let's take a peek at one of her children. This is Strider, who has green stripes. So, you know, if we take a look at, for example, Miss Pekin's babies, Little Cedar, for example. Little Cedar looks just like his dad, basically. And he doesn't have stripes, so, you know, just kind of a simple genetic system where you can pass down colors and markings to the babies that you wolves have. So one thing that I want to do real quick while we're on the den page is pay this NPC. So we'll pay her 2,800 to play with all of our companions. And basically, we have companions over here on the left, and what they do is they're just like, you equip them to your wolves and they can fight alongside your wolves in battle. But also, if we play with them, and this happens like, it's on a cooldown which varies depending on the companion's rarity. But this one, for example, we just played with it. The companion itself got 10 additional experience. It's currently at level 7. And it gave me 128 pebbles just for the act of playing with it, for the button that we pressed, basically. And as its level grows higher, 10 is the maximum level for now, for wolves or companions. But as we continue to level up our companions, they'll give more and more prizes. Let's see, all of these have already been played with recently, because they have longer cooldowns, I think. Here's one that hasn't been played with recently. It's level 10 max level brown bear. So we'll play with it. It gave us a snail. How sweet. And it shows that it'll be gaining XP, but it really won't be because it's at max level. But anyway, now that we've played with a couple of our companions, the cost has gone down because we're playing with fewer companions because they're on cooldown. So we'll go ahead and pay Nana, the NPC, to play with our other companions so we don't have to just go click, 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 and so on. Alright, so we'll play with all of our companions. And we got a variety of items that can be used for various things in the game. First of all, we got some pebbles, the standard currency. We actually ended up losing pebbles here because it's 100 pebbles per companion to play with. So that was what, like 2,600 that we paid, and we got 1,500 back. But we got a bunch of items in return, like honey, which can be used in cooking, a few snails, which you can feed to your wolves to restore their stamina, bone paste, which is used in crafting, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and do some of our dailies. Basically, every 24 hours, or well, every day at a specific time. It rolls over at a specific time. It's not like 24 hours since the last time you did it. But anyway, every day you'll get a bunch of activities like this that'll give you special prizes. So, for now, let's go ahead and participate in the pageant. So we'll vote in the pageant. Basically the pageant is just a beauty contest, where you enter your wolf and other players will vote on which of the wolves in your group is best dressed, essentially. Oh, this one's beautiful. Oh, look at this, Lisa Frank. They're titled Lisa Frank. Oh, that is just iconic. Let's see, who else would we... Oh, Malachi's beautiful. Bridge is beautiful. All of these wolves are just beautiful. And a lot of these wolves are spotting custom items. As you can see, Miss Pekin is here. We can't vote for our own wolf, though. Alright, let's see. Oh, okay. I really do like Treasure, and Treasure doesn't have any custom apparel equipped, but I don't want to count them out just because of that, because, you know, like, we've got all of these wolves in, like, fancy apparel, but not everybody can afford their own custom apparel, either making it themselves or buying it from other players. And I think Treasure has done a great job, or Treasure's player has done a great job with the the resources that they have without, with just the official in-game items. So we're gonna vote for them. We're also gonna take a peek at their profile so you guys can see them a bit easier. So this is what they look like. Oh, they have a little eyebrow piercing and ear piercings. That's so cool. Just taking a drink of soda. But anyway, so in exchange for that pageant vote, we get 1 ticket for the cooking camp shop, which I'll show off in a minute. And we get 200 pebbles. There we go. I think we also got, let's see, if we go to the pageant, it'll actually show us that we also got 2 moonstone shards voting for treasure, which is essentially, moonstones are the premium currency of this game that you can buy with real money. So essentially every moonstone shard you have is worth 1 cent USD. 1 cent USD. Anyway, let's go to the cooking camp shop, which we just got tickets for. So we have 17 tickets. And this is a weekly event. Essentially, the type of event and the type of shop changes every week. And the cooking camp, obviously, is a cooking-themed shop. We could buy, for example, a chef's hat for our wolf, or one of our wolves, and that would cost 55 tickets. So we only have 17 right now, so we can't do that. But there's a lot of other stuff we can get, like milk, nut milk, for crafting, I guess, for cooking with, because you can cook, and actually that's the next thing I want to show off. So let's go ahead to the cooking profession. So basically, you'll have this lemur cook for you. We already had some food that was cooked, so I went ahead and claimed them. But like, for example, let's make some black raspberry jam. So I'll take 2 pieces of honey, like the kind we gained earlier from playing with the bear, and 4 black raspberries. And we can do that 4 times. We can fit 4 portions into our cooking pot. And then, this is going to take a long time to cook. Each of them will take a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1,000 pebbles to purchase a rush order from the NPC, which will essentially make it so that our pot cooks faster. We're also pretty high level at cooking. We're level 35, which makes us cook food 17.5% faster than a level 1 cook, for example. Then let's go ahead and click the start cooking button. And this little green bar here will start slowly filling up, and that is the time that it takes to cook a single portion, right? And you can see it's going pretty slowly now. We're not going to wait on this page the whole time, don't worry. But basically, this is even faster than it normally goes. Normally it goes way slower. But by the time we're done, we will have 4 portions of black raspberry jam, which restores 40 stamina each. So we did have a daily of activity, which will give us a ticket for the cooking camp when we finish it. So there we go, we just claimed that reward. The next thing I want to show off, actually, since we were talking about stamina just now, let's go to the campaign. So basically, this is where you have your wolves explore. You can have a party of 5 wolves or companions. To have a companion in the party, the wolf who owns that companion has to be in the party as well. So technically, you can only have up to 2 companions in your party at a time. But anyway, so we've got Cygnus, one of my wolves, Brother Taven, a companion, a wolf who I haven't named yet, and their Imperial Canictonus companion, and we have Pine, which is one of my other named wolves. So we're going to go ahead and hit the explore button. Let's see how it's taking its time loading. So we got kind of a junk exploration encounter here. Basically, it's a choose your own adventure kind of thing, where each time you press explore, you'll get a different, you have a chance for a different type of encounter. This is, like, I called it a junk encounter, but it does give experience points to your wolves, and we did get a bone out of it as well, which is one of the loot types that can drop from this encounter. We'll keep going for a bit. So we found raspberries. Basically, there will be a little lore blurb that'll tell you what's going on in this encounter. I've played this game enough that I don't have to read them. And then the title tells you a bit about it as well. The event we've encountered is Discover Raspberries. So we'll follow the scent of the raspberries. I happen to know that every time you find the raspberries, you want to turn right and then left, and then you get 1 red raspberry and 1 black raspberry out of it. Let's go one more time. We encountered a hare. We'll follow the scent and slowly approach the hare, but it got away. That's just a random chance. You have a chance to get some meat from the hare. But anyway, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, so let's go ahead to Cygnus' page and make him a little bit bigger. Let's see. Oh, nope. Let's see. Cygnus, where are you? Here he is. Now, there's this, oh, I'm trying to highlight it, but it's not working the way I imagined. So there's this little orange bar here on the left, and basically that's his stamina bar. So right now he has 90 out of 100 stamina. I think this timer here, which says about 23 minutes, I think that's until his stamina is completely full. So stamina does restore over time, kind of like in a lot of mobile games, they do that kind of thing. However, you can also fill your wolves up by feeding them food. So here's a guppy. We'll use one guppy to feed Cygnus, and now he has 95 out of 100 stamina. So, oh yeah, okay, and it's every 15 minutes. I think your wolf gains 5 stamina or something like that. That is how I would assume it works, because it says 10 minutes until he's at full now. So anyway. Let's go back to the campaign because we do have a task to explore 5 times. And there are different areas that you can explore in, like, let's go to Ice Run, which is the wintry region. And we'll go ahead and explore. We found a cave this time. So go ahead and enter the cave. Oh, I hope we get the bear encounter. We'll explore. Okay, we didn't get the bear encounter that time. There's another chance. Alright, we didn't get it. But I do want to show off the combat system of this game as well. So let's keep exploring for now. Aha! Here's a combat encounter. So, we've caught the scent of some Bovius, which is just a cow. And we'll go ahead and attack them. So now you can see I'm not doing anything here. The game has an auto-battling system. So Cygnus is our highest level wolf, so he's going to be dealing the most damage. Oh, I say that, but Brother Taven did a lot of damage there as well. But yeah, so basically, you want to draft a team. It's kind of like Auto Chess if you've ever played that, or like Teamfight Tactics if you've ever played that, where you want to draft a team that has good synergies together, because every unit, every wolf or companion has, different abilities and stats, and then they'll just do the battling for you, which I actually really like. So let's go ahead and claim our ticket and pebbles from exploring several times. There's a couple other things we still have to do to get all of our daily rewards. First of all, let's go check out crafting. So you can buy crafting recipes. I have one right now that I haven't used yet, that I haven't learned the recipe from yet. So we'll go ahead and use that recipe. And now we can make, I believe, teal yarn. We had a crafting job earlier that we finished, so I'll go ahead and claim that. And then let's make some teal yarn, assuming I have the materials. We do. So I have enough materials for 3 pieces of teal yarn. It takes 5 cotton and 1 teal dye each. We'll go ahead and make 3 pieces. So that's going to take a minute each, I think? Or maybe a minute total. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, we'll go ahead and claim our ticket and pebbles, because we already finished. Basically, it counts the crafting when you claim the rewards from crafting. So the crafting that we had finished earlier and then just claimed triggered that activity to be finished. There's also a fishing profession. Fishing is one of my least favorite professions, not because I don't think it's good, but specifically because I like to multitask a lot in this game, and the fishing minigame, I'll show it off right now. So basically, we have to keep an eye on this pond, and when there's ripples in the pond, we click on them. And the reason I don't like this is because, like I said, I like to multitask, and when I play this minigame, I have to focus on it exclusively. So I kind of have a bit of a grumpy grudge against this minigame, and whenever I have to do it, I'm just like, no, I don't feel like doing that right now. I want to do all this other stuff and, grind exploring or whatever. I've discovered through this game that my favorite kinds of minigames on virtual pet sites are the kind that are involve as little interaction from me as possible, which is really funny. And I'll show off mining in a second. Mining is one of my favorite ones, and it's pretty much for that exact reason that it requires very little input, or like very little sustained focus. So anyway, we've gotten a total of 9 fish so far. Each fishing trip gives you 60 seconds to fish. And every 30 minutes you get an additional fishing trip up to a maximum of 4. But we're not going to do any more of the fishing minigame right now. Recently they added a way to passively gain fish. Basically, we'll go ahead, we did this earlier, well, off stream, or off stream, I'm used to streaming, off screen, I paid this NPC to catch some fish for us, so we'll go ahead and claim those fish and that will count for our activity. And basically, we're going to go ahead and hire this NPC again for 1,000 pebbles. The next time today that we hire this NPC, it'll cost 2,000, and then 3,000, and then 4,000 until the next day, at which point it'll reset to 1,000 again. Now then, let's see if our cooking job is done. I don't think it... Oh, it is. That's fantastic. So we got all of these servings of black raspberry jam and some cooking experience. Fortunately, oh wait, we didn't have... Oh. So I was gonna say four cooking recipes, servings is exactly what we needed to get another activity done. There isn't an activity on the left here. So these are essentially our dailies that can kind of like replenish whenever we finish another one. But on the right here are our weeklies. So we just finished cooking a total of 100 food this week. So that was what I was thinking of. Anyway, so we'll get 5 cooking camp tickets and 500 pebbles for that. And as we keep cooking more, like if we get 150 foods cooked, we get another 7 tickets and 1,000 pebbles. All the way up to 400 foods cooked this week, which will give us another 15 tickets and 2,500 pebbles. So basically, the more we cook this week, the more prizes we get. There are a lot of simple recipes that you can make. Like, let's take this fish and put the maximum amount that we can fit in our cooking pot, and we'll just cook all of these. They don't require any other ingredients. You just make fish fillets with them, essentially. And with that being said, now that I've shown that off, let's go to the mining minigame. I love mining. Like I was saying, oh, there's an activity that we finished simply by going to the mining page, essentially. So right now our minecart is full because I went to the mines earlier off screen. And let us go ahead and click to go back to the furnace. So our wolf is going to start very, very slowly traveling back to the furnace. I don't know if you can even tell, but it's moving right now. We're currently at 597 feet away from the furnace, 596, 595, but we can make this go a lot faster by using a minecart wheel. So we're going to use the fanciest type of wheel that I currently own, which is a mithril wheel. So we've used one of those. It's used up 7% of its durability, and we're going super fast now. So yeah, you can see that that depth measurement going way down. And you can do the same. You can equip a pickaxe to make your mining go faster. Just like with the movement, if you don't have a pickaxe when you're mining, you go super slow. So anyway, we have, like I said, we have the maximum amount of ore that we can carry in our mining cart right now. And we'll come back once we actually get to the furnace. We'll pop back in a minute. Next I'm going to show you the farming activity. So, or the farming profession, I guess it's called, because we have an activity, which is what that's called. Our little quests are called activities. So anyway, we have an activity to harvest a crop, and it just so happens that I planted some earlier. So we'll harvest this rice. The game says, thanks to your expertise and technique, you were able to harvest an additional 11 crops over the minimum. So we got 21 units of rice, 1 rice seed, and 21 farming experience, which is awesome. We'll go ahead and till this soil so we can replant it. And just a bit earlier, we tilled this soil. So we'll select some seeds to plant. We're going to plant some corn to start with. Corn is the fastest crop, and also the crop that you can grow like the earliest, like from level 1 basically. And it takes 2 compost and 2 water just to plant it. So we'll go ahead and plant it, and in 20 minutes, I know it's a lot of time, but in 20 minutes we'll have corn. And basically over time, like I think in like 8 minutes for corn, or maybe for all the crops. Anyway, in 8 minutes, these little markers will go away, and we'll have to fertilize or compost, I don't know, what's the verb for that? And then we'll have to water the crops. And the higher this little meter is, when the crop finishes growing, the more you get out of the crop. So let's go ahead and claim that reward that we got for harvesting a crop. Then we're going to go ahead and plant, can we plant walnuts yet? No, that needs 1 more farming level. So we'll go ahead and plant cashews instead, which is going to take a lot of compost and water. See how much we have, see how much we have here? And we'll go ahead and plant those. Boom. We have barely any compost and water now. The good thing is, we have this NPC right here who we can pay in the form of pumpkin pies. They asked for pumpkin pies and some other complex cooked foods. But anyway, we'll give them 2 pumpkin pies, and basically they will keep all of our crops fully fed and watered, shall we say, for 12 hours. With that in mind, I'm actually going to go ahead and harvest another crop. Normally I like to wait until, I get another farming activity so that I can check that off my list, but we're going to go ahead and plant again so that we can take advantage of the gardener's bonus. The fact that they'll keep everything fed and watered for a while. So let's see, why don't we plant, wait, what do we have enough? We really don't have that much compost and water because, again, you need compost and water to feed and water the crops over time, but you also need it to plant the crops. So we'll go ahead and plant, so what about some broccoli? Yeah, we'll plant some broccoli seeds. So those grow after 45 minutes. And there's only a couple more activities that we need to do before we get our daily 10 activities bonus, which gives us 3 moonstone shards, which is again worth like 3 cents USD, which doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, it's really easy to get premium currency for free in this game. And 5 tickets for the cooking camp shop. So let's go to our hunting activity. Essentially, we can assign wolves and companions to a hunt and send them out to go hunting. So this particular hunting trip requires all of these little colored icons, and different wolf breeds and different companions give different icons, which is just the simplest possible way of explaining it. So we'll send this companion, and along with Miss Pekin, we'll send, let's see, who else do we have who's high level? Let's see, Orange is level 10. Let's see, do we have someone else who's high level and has the correct icons? No high level wolves here. I want the pink icon the most, I think. One more second. We'll take, actually we'll take, yeah. We'll take this one along just for the levels, I think. And then what other icons do we need? Oh, okay, we need yellow icons. So we'll take this rat companion of this unnamed, or wait, no, they're not unnamed. They're called Orange now. I named them yesterday, I think. Anyway, we'll provide 200, wait. We have to feed Miss Pekin first. Because all of your wolves need to be at 100% stamina to start going on a hunt. And then we'll provide 200 additional points of food, which we're actually using our raspberry jam that we made earlier. So we have to provide supplies for the hunt, provisions, and then we'll begin the hunt, and because of the high level and decent colored icons, decent matching colored icons of the characters that we sent on the hunt, we have an 83.3% chance of success, and that hunt will take about 2 hours. Well, exactly 2 hours, I suppose. However, we did some hunts earlier, off screen, and they're already done by now. So we'll try this 83.33% success chance hunt that Sunshine went on previously, and we succeeded. So this will give experience to Sunshine and their companion, and hunting experience to our pack in general. We also got some meat that we can cook into bacon, some currency, and some hunting trophies. So there we go. We can go ahead and complete that activity, and we only need one more. We only need one more activity to get our daily bonus, our daily moonstone shards. And let's see, this is an easy one. We have a task to feed our wolves 5 times. So we'll go ahead and feed Miss Pekin. What are we going to feed her? Let's fill her up with black raspberries. How about, here we go. That's plenty enough, because that'll be 20 black raspberries for a full bar of stamina for her. So we'll claim that, and then we'll claim the fancy daily reward for doing 10 activities. And we can get this once a day. And yeah, I think I've pretty much shown off almost everything that's in this game. Let me know if you'd like to see more. I'd certainly like to do more videos like this showing off either more about Lorwolf or some stuff about other pet sites that I really enjoy, or just other games that I enjoy in general. So, I hope to see you guys next time, and again, comment down below and let me know if you enjoyed this video and want to see more. Alright? Bye!